AdventHealth provides medical care to NASCAR participants. Safety campaign is launching in South American Adventist schools. Online resources are reaching Chinese people worldwide. Communities in North America are being impacted by the gospel of salvation. These and other news are coming up on ANN, your news program for the worldwide Adventist family. For the first time, the NASCAR Cup Series hit the streets of downtown Chicago on July 1 to 2, 2023. UChicago Medicine AdventHealth, a joint venture between the University of Chicago Medicine and AdventHealth as an event partner, provide medical care to NASCAR drivers, crew, and staff. AdventHealth, a healthcare system headquartered in Florida with over 50 hospital campuses across 9 American states, has a long-standing association with NASCAR. The Adventist institution has served as a founding partner and official healthcare provider at the Daytona International Speedway in Florida since 2016. The partnership between UChicago Medicine AdventHealth and NASCAR demonstrates their shared commitment to ensuring the well-being and safety of all participants. Now we will go to Florida, where reporter Tom Johnson brings more information about NASCAR and AdventHealth.
Hi, I'm Tom Johnson. AdventHealth's NASCAR team is an important and frankly really cool sports partnership. The #1 AdventHealth Chevy is our race car. And recently, NASCAR fans wrote messages on the car to the Central Florida Division's healthcare heroes. Senior videographer Chris Miller was there when some of those frontline heroes got to see those messages.
First time seeing one, yeah.
Thanks for taking care of our patients.
Thank you for the care you provide to our families and friends.
Thank you, doctors, for keeping me healthy and able to attend Daytona 500.
I appreciate each of you. It's a nice one, too.
Love our working heroes.
They have so many of them, and they're so nice.
Being in our position, our line of work, and on the front lines a lot, especially during the pandemic, made it really tough and stressful for everybody. But to see the appreciation that we get and people recognizing all the healthcare workers, it makes us feel really good.
Definitely surprised, definitely. We were surprised, but I appreciate the opportunity to come out and able to read the different words of encouragement to all our doctors and nurses.
So many nice compliments we got.
Thank you, you saved my life. Yeah,
Twice.
Somebody else twice, wow.
I'm hoping people that read it have that opportunity to know that we are here for them, that we're here to be that whole package.
They have so many of them, and they're so nice. It would take forever to read all of them.
The Adventist Education and Adventist Risk Management in the South American region launched the ALERT campaign. This initiative seeks to inform the entire school community of the value behind promoting a healthy study environment while providing guidance on how employees and students should handle situations involving active aggressors. The effort is composed of 2 videos, one for parents and another for students. Today we will be watching a clip of the first part, Students on Alert.
Active offenders are people who plan and carry out attacks in public places, such as schools. It is inevitable that it will take some time for the police to arrive at the scene. This is a step-by-step of what you should do until help arrives. Know your school's escape routes. You should look for the nearest exit opposite to the sound of the gunshot. Run away and call the police. When you find a safe place, lock the door and make a barricade using tables, desks, and everything possible to prevent the aggressor from entering.
As soon as you realize you are safe, assess whether anyone in the group needs help. Take care of others quickly.
We are committed to creating a safe environment and providing the necessary tools for you to be safe. Now that you know how to proceed, we count on you to share this guidance.
Adventist churches in Central Philippines concluded a week-long simultaneous evangelism campaign, resulting in an impressive 1,721 baptisms. The Adventist Laymen's Services and Industries, ASI, an organization dedicated to spreading the Adventist message, organized the evangelism initiatives across the region. The campaign aimed to bring hope and salvation through Christ to the local community. Working in collaboration with various Adventist churches, the ASI initiative implemented a comprehensive approach to evangelism in Central Philippines. The week-long campaign included physical and virtual preaching sessions, which were broadcast live. Additionally, participants engaged in prayer meetings, Bible studies, health seminars, health expos, and community service projects. This multifaceted strategy addressed the spiritual, physical, and social needs of the community, creating an environment of faith, education, and service. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in China is employing diverse online resources to connect with Chinese individuals worldwide. The denomination has embraced digital platforms to effectively reach a broader audience and share the gospel of Jesus Christ.
I'd like to share some of the online resources Chinese Union Mission have. And these resources are being developed over the past few years. And these resources are all online. Chinese around the world can all come, download, and share with others. Just look at the screen. There is a website. Just go to that website. You will see the full list of resources we have available. I'd like to share a few examples with you. For example, we have Bible commentary app. You read the Bible every day, but you may have some questions regarding some Bible verses. Just download our app. When you read the Bible text, you have questions, you toggle on the Bible commentary. You will be able to read all of the commentary in Chinese written by Adventist scholars. We also have a hymnal app, 506 Chinese hymnal app. You can follow along, sing along with the tune from the app. You can also read lyrics of the app. Besides this, we have a website called Chinese Resource Website. Also, we have a companion app along with the website. This resource website includes all of published digital material which Chinese Union Mission have put out in the past 10 or 20 years, even longer than that. You go to our website, you will find Theology Library, which is a set of theology books written by Adventist theologians. We have translated already more than 10 books. You can download them, you can share with others. On the website, on the app, you can also find Sabbath school lessons. On the app, you can also find Ellen G. White writings. We have already translated more than 160 Ellen G. White books. You just go there, you download, you can listen, you can read the words. We also, on the website, have tracts, pamphlets, and small booklets. One of the tracts many of you are familiar with is the Glow track. They are translated into Chinese. You can download these tracts and you can share from your phone, share from your computer, or you can print them in small quantities and share with others. I believe these online resources will enable Chinese, even non-Chinese. You can come to our website. We have the website available in English and other languages. You can search through keyword, search through titles, then you can share with your Chinese friends. These resources are available, and I like to invite everyone to use them.
One of the programs produced by the World Headquarters Department of Communication is This Week in Adventist History. David Trim, Director of Archives and Statistics for the Global Adventist Church, tells inspiring stories of the Adventist movement throughout the years. Let's watch part of the most recent episode.
Welcome back to ASTR, the video magazine that brings together the best of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's past and present in order to inspire for the future. In this episode, Dr. Michael Juncker, ASTR's historical research specialist, brings us the events of This Week in Adventist History. Then he joins me to bring you another moving and inspiring story from the Encyclopedia of Seventh-day Adventists. Next, Ashley Chisholm, our Research Center Manager, shares about the recent donation to the archives of the papers of much-loved former General Conference President Robert H. Pearson. Finally, Maggie Naira, the editor of the Seventh-day Adventist Yearbook, shares statistics about the Adventist Church's organizations and institutions. You will be surprised at how large the church is and how many institutions it has. But first, we turn to the past and to this week in Adventist history.
Another highlight of the communication department is the variety of languages of ANN Video. In addition to English, Adventist Church News is broadcast in Spanish,
Carrera Solidaria de ADRA promueve inclusión y responsabilidad ambiental.
Portuguese,
Igrejas adventistas em todo o mundo celebram o aniversário 160 da denominação, levando pessoas a Cristo.
French,
Au Mexique, des pasteurs dialoguent et recentrent leur ministère pour mieux accomplir la mission.
Swahili,
Gen Ufilipino Kaskazini yakusanya mamia ya wawasilianaji katika chuo cha Adventista cha Manila.
and very soon in Hindi. Visit adventist.news as well as the official channels of the church on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay updated with the latest news and productions from the Department of Communication of the Adventist World Headquarters. It is beautiful to see what God is doing through and for His people around the world. Stay tuned, because after the break, we will be back with more inspiring stories.
It's one thing to reach a goal. It's another thing to hang on to it. Would you like to form habits that last? I'm Vicki Griffin, host of Living Free. Join me for this exciting episode of Habits That Last and Situational Awareness.
Did you know that fish have personalities? If you have a dog or a cat, you know animals have individual personalities, but we don't often think of fish having them. But in fact, they do. The most common way this can be seen is in how they relate to people and other fish. For example, pudding wife wrasse are very comfortable around divers, letting them get extremely close. This guy probably let something get a little too close. Others, like this little pearly razorfish, are quite shy and have rather clever ways of getting away from you. Some fish prefer to live in large families, like these yellow tangs in Hawaii, while others prefer a lot of solitude, like this blue angelfish in Bermuda. All this shows just how much the Master Creator loves diversity and individuality.
We love being members at Church in the Valley because Church in the Valley is involved in service where young people can get involved in various ways. We appreciate the fact that our church has a passionate focus on young people, from adventurers to young adults, from pathfinders to youth, from Sabbath schools to acts of kindness. This is what Church in the Valley is about for us. And with all this, we see lives changed, people connecting with their Lord, and loving the mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Ever wish you didn't have to fold laundry, mow the lawn, or take out the trash? A study published recently in the Archives of Internal Medicine found that seniors who expended the most energy on daily duties were less likely to have mental declines as they aged. Participants in the most active group were 91% less likely to experience declines in memory, concentration, and language abilities after 5 years than those in the least active group. And that's a fact. But there's hope. While a regular exercise program is an important part of a healthy lifestyle, don't overlook physical activity throughout the day. The seniors in the most active group burned most of their calories in activities of daily living, reporting doing more walking, climbing more stairs, engaging in more caregiving and volunteering, and just moving more overall. Although not typically thought of as exercise, these physical activities get our heart rate up and improve circulation while also protecting brain function.
ADRA is committed to supporting refugees and displaced families by providing essential assistance such as food, clothing, shelter, and medical care. Through dedicated efforts, ADRA continues to make a meaningful impact on the lives of those affected by displacement, offering hope and relief during challenging times.
Well, my life in Iraq was so stable actually. I had my work and I have my wife, my family, you know.
Waxaan u xiisay meesha ka imaaday waayo waxaa degan qaar ka mid ah familkayga oo aan jeclaan lahaa markuu waqtigiisa saamaxo inaan ku laabto.
I was born and raised there in Iraq for like 27 years, and I'm here in Belgium 8 years, so I miss a lot of things.
Waxaa uga soo hayaanay ama uga soo guurnay dhibaatooyin iyo dagaalo ka jiray meeshaas.
And yeah, everything was so going well, and there is no problem till the Daesh come and attack our country, and it was so tough for all people there. Like different things shocked me. I was astonished really when I was arriving here. It was in 2015, and the homosexuality, transgender and everything, these kind of things really like it doesn't exist in my country. That's why it's like a different culture, and that's why I found it so weird for me. It's the first time that I faced these kind of things. And the fact that like there is different religion, like people doesn't even believe in God, stuff like that. For me, it's not exist as well in Iraq. And yeah, it shocked me a lot. And found out people have children without getting married. It was so hard. I can't explain how it was actually, because you know, you have to leave what you built before and leave all your family, your friends, your city, your work, everything. And it's not that easy actually to leave your city, because it was already like Daesh there controlling all the borders. So you have to find a smuggler to smuggle you out, and non-officially actually, without any paper, you have nothing, and you risk your life at the same time. So I'd like to call it yeah, it's so dangerous.
degan magaalada Kismaayo si fiican inoo soo dhaweyn marka imaanayna, laakiin wax caqabada kale ma kulmin imaanshahan halkan imaanana. Bulshada magaalada iyo dadkii xaafadaha ku soo degan way soo dhaweeyeen. Wixii ugu yaabka badnaa la kulmo wuxuu ahaa bay aaminsan ama environment aaminsan inaysan gabadh wax baran karin oo ay tahay gabadh in guri lagu haayo. Wixii ugu yaabka badnaa la kulmo taas ahayd, laakiin waalidkayga ku dhiiray inay wax barashada geeyaan. Dugsiga hoos dhaxa soo qaatay, dugsiga sare fasalka 9aad ilaa 12aad waxa kafaalo qaaday ama mas'uuliyadaas qaaday hay'adda ADRA oo aan aad ugu mahadcelinayo. haddana waxaan ahay mid ka mid ah macallimiinta magaalada Kismaayo.
It's really shocked as well. Like I said, like, where's the father? She said, like, he's in home, and since how long time that you're married? She said, we're not married. So you have children between? He said, yeah. This does not exist. It was really shocking for me. Like, we are here for a reason, actually. That I'm here, I need your help, so you gotta help me. And vice versa as well. If just we reverse the situation, I will be there, you're gonna be at my place, and I will do the same. So, I mean, humanitarian stuff like that, we have to focus on this point and try to help people and look at them the same level. It's not like we have different levels. The first thing, and the most important thing, is we're a human being.
bulshada ka soo tagay markii hore waxaabay iga aaminsan yihiin waxa kamid ah in ahay qof wax bartay oo wax qabsan kara. dadka IDB-ga waxyaabaha u sheegayo ama ku dhiirgelinayo waxa kamid ah tusaale dad meel ka soo hayaamay waalidku waxay dhalaan gabdho iyo wiilal. waxyaabaha loo baahan yahay laga wacyigeliyo bulshada waxa waaye wiilka sidoo ugu baahan yahay iskuul iyo inuu wax barto, gabadhana ay u baahan tahay inay wax barato oo aan la kala soocin carruurta ay dhaleen waalidka.
all people that you see here as a refugee, they have their life stable and everything, and they are so cultivated as well. They got their diplomas, stuff like that, their works, and they came here because of reason like war or stuff like that in their country, to be in more insecurity in your country. So you gotta help them, and that's all.
Approximately 20 volunteers from the Central Adventist Church in Mafra, in the northern region of Santa Catarina, Brazil, make teddy bears made of denim. The project, known as Ursino Solidario, Caring Bear, also helps in the treatment and recovery of children with physical, mental, intellectual, or sensory disabilities. The toy also has evangelistic purposes. Each teddy bear is equipped with a QR code that leads to the TV Novo Tempo website, providing an opportunity for families to explore spiritual resources and content. The mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in North America is to reach people within its territory and around the world with a Christ-centered message of hope and fulfillment. Through various initiatives, Adventists in this region are impacting their communities with the gospel of salvation. One of these initiatives is Hope House, focused on reintegrating men into society after incarceration.
Hope House of Tacoma, Washington is a residential program that offers support to men returning home after incarceration. Hope House provides a safe, stable place to live while reuniting with family, gaining employment, and locating permanent housing. The staff help the men navigate the changes in their circumstances by providing direction to the resources they need. The computers and public transportation vouchers at Hope House help ensure they are able to successfully work their action plans. House Bible studies are optional and well attended, and service at a local Adventist Community Services food bank gives them the opportunity to make a positive impact on their community and break the cycle of crime.
Another effort is the Antioch Project, which aims to bring the gospel to metropolitan areas, providing resources to support and expand the work of local churches.
The Antioch Project is a new initiative based on the biblical story of Antioch in the book of Acts. It aims to reach metropolitan areas with the gospel by deploying resources, such as people, money, and media ministries, from across the North American division to support and expand the work of local churches. The project is a collaboration between the division, union, local conference, and local church. The initiative will pilot in 3 cities: Dallas, New York, and St. Louis, with plans to expand to 20 of the largest cities eventually. The goal is to have a sustained presence of support for local churches over 3 years. The Antioch Project aims to focus resources, like a laser beam, on one particular city, leveraging networks to amplify the impact of local outreach programs. The initiative is not driven by the division, but rather by the local community. And the resources come in different forms, not just money. For example, a student missionary program could be sent to these cities. Medical institutions and higher education could also be involved, and construction and electrical work could be done to support renovation efforts. Ultimately, the Antioch Project aims to help bring Christ's message to metropolitan areas and make a significant impact on local communities.
The Adventist message spread throughout Kenya thanks to the work of pioneering missionaries who looked beyond their own horizons, taking the message of salvation to unreached territories. Today, there are more than 1 million Seventh-day Adventists in Kenya, worshiping in more than 10,000 churches and companies. Adventist Mission brings details on this journey of faith.
Kenya. On October 22, 1906, pioneer missionaries Arthur A. Carscallen and Peter Nyambo left England to begin work in Kenya. At that time, it was an unentered territory known as British East Africa. A Canadian, Carscallen was educated at Union College in the United States. His longing to serve took him to Britain. After only a few years, he was chosen by the newly formed British Union to go as a missionary to Africa. The Union also chose to send Peter Nyambo, originally from Malawi. Peter had been studying in England at Duncombe Hall College, later to become Newbold College. Peter had become a Christian in Malawi and learned of the Sabbath through his own Bible study. He later became a Seventh-day Adventist. The Carscallen-Nyambo team arrived in Kundu Bay on Lake Victoria on November 27, 1906. and quickly began work among the Lua people. In just over a year, the pair reported that they had established a small mission station at nearby Glendia Hill. Soon other missionaries began to arrive to assist with the work at Glendia Mission. Peter Nyambo moved back to Malawi. On May 21, 1911, the first 10 Lua believers were baptized. God has blessed his work in Kenya. Thank you to these pioneer missionaries who looked beyond their own horizons to unreached territories. And thanks to those Kenyans who also answered the call to mission. Today, there are more than 1 million Seventh-day Adventists in Kenya, worshiping in more than 10,000 churches and companies. 1 in 49 people is a Seventh-day Adventist. To those pioneer missionaries, we say, Asante Sana.
This week in the segment Diversity in the Adventist Church Through Music, we'll feature the Lord's Prayer, a piano cover by Mary Grace. Despite having special needs, the Filipino pianist has developed great skill and performs musical pieces with mastery. Mary Grace has been drawn to music since the age of 6 and credits God and her family for the discovery and cultivation of her talent. Thank you for watching ANN. Join us next week for more news from the headquarters of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Did you know the Seventh-day Adventist Church has a YouTube channel where you can watch ANN Video, ANN In Depth, and plenty of other amazing videos on prophecy, health, and Bible study? Just go to YouTube and search for the Adventist Church. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you never miss a new video. And remember, leave a comment or a prayer request. We have a team dedicated to praying for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Before we say goodbye, we'll leave you with some good news from the book of Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. That's our program for this week. And remember, you can always visit adventist.news for daily news and videos. Until next time, when we will have more news of faith, love, and hope. God bless.